Hey everyone, and welcome back to Building the Bireme. On the last episode, we glued down the ribs and glued on the filler blocks for the tail. On this episode, we are going to put in the boards and benches on the inside of the ship, and we're finally going to get started on some history stuff. But first, I need to remove these clips from in between the ribs. Now what you see me doing here is test fitting the boards that are going to go inside the hull next to the benches. I'm going to test fit them a few times, cut them, sand them, and do that back and forth until I can get a pretty good snug fit in there. So now that I got all the boards at the proper length, I'm trying to figure out the best layout for placing my clips in order to give even downward pressure on the boards while they get glued in place. So before we get into the Battle of Salamis, we should cover a little bit of background with what led up to it. And really what it boils down to is empires empiring. You see, the Persian Empire was doing what all the other empires before them and after them have done, and that was expanding their territory and influence. The Persians were looking to expand westward. The empire had grown to be a large, toothy, and formidable beast, and Greece looked to them like a tiny little baby bunny. With the inside boards now glued down and secure, I'll glue the next pair of boards down up against those, for a total of 4 boards running long ways down the middle of the inside of the hull. So back to Persia looking at Greece like it's a tasty little snack. And look, there's a lot more nuanced background to the Persian aggression against Greece and her people, but I'm not really going to cover that here for a couple reasons. One, it's really a lot of stuff to cover. And two, it's not entirely 100% relevant to the battle itself. Needless to say, there was some bad blood between the Ionian Greeks and the Persian Empire. Now this is me cutting out a template that I made for the benches, and I made that by tracing the plans, which are a 1-to-1 scale of the model. I then take those little templates and use them to cut out the wooden planks for the benches. Now I'm going to fast forward a bit since it took me well over an hour to cut out all of those little benches, test fit them, and tweak them so that they'll fit. So with the magic of editing, ta-da! My benches are done. It's also a few days later. Now, where was I? Oh right, Baby Bunny. So here we are. It is 490 BC and the Persians are attacking the Greek mainland. The spot that the Greeks choose to launch a massive defense is at the plains of Marathon. Now if you know anything about Greek history, that name should absolutely ring a bell, and I shouldn't have to go into too much detail regarding that battle. Needless to say, that little bunny rabbit, it had teeth. The Persians got whooped on pretty good, and they were sent home packing. Not once to let an utterly humiliating defeat by a heavily outnumbered enemy keep them down, the Persians, upon getting back, licked their wounds and plotted round 2. This time, it would be about 10 years before the Persians returned to Greece, and in those 10 years, Persia had seen some changes. Now that that's all glued in and dried, it's time to apply a finish on these inside pieces. The product I chose was something called Danish oil, and you can pick this up at your local hardware store or Amazon. Basically what I wanted was something to seal and treat the wood without staining it, and this seemed to fit the bill. And what you see me doing here is slathering that Danish oil all over the parts that we just glued down, because once the outside planks are glued in, it's going to become significantly harder to get a paintbrush in there to get the benches and boards. Also, in case you're wondering, yes, I do have that Danish oil sitting in a little egg carton piece like I'm in grade school. The king, Darius, had died, leaving his empire to his son Xerxes. And Xerxes, well, let's just say he was an interesting dude. The defeat at the hands of the Greeks spurred him on, and Xerxes was out for blood. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Oh, shit. Of course. Xerxes was determined to make the Greeks pay for the loss at Marathon, and there was no man or god that would stand in his way. Xerxes wanted victory, and in order to achieve it, well, I guess you'll just have to wait until the next episode to find out. See you then.